How you doing? I'm Big D. Thank you for stopping in. Here we discuss things about Wegovy and Ozempic. Ozempic being the same bioidentical medication of Wegovy, but just a lower dosage. Many people have lost a lot of weight on Ozempic. Others take the higher dosage to gain the weight loss to lose the weight loss that others have been losing with Ozempic. So those are the things you're going to have to make a decision on for yourself. I also speak about what the consistency of what helps others, such as what do they use for weight loss, or how do they stop nausea? How do they stop hunger, even though this medication is supposed to stop the hunger or the need to eat? And if you also different types of recipes that have been very good for me, I'm going to be sharing with you the further we get into my shows. So I'm going to start with this one. These are different posts that others have left on different things online, such as Facebook, where there might be an Ozempic Wegovy weight loss support group, such as. But there's many out there. You can find all kinds of different tips. And I really hope you do not use Facebook for questions that only a doctor should be giving. Only information you want is from a doctor. And if you're taking your normal doctor, your general practitioner, their decision and their information, you're not doing yourself any justice. You really need a doctor that specializes in this type of weight loss medication. And we'll get into that as well over the next few weeks of my different shows. So let's start with this one. 0.25, week 1. Weight is down 5.6 pounds. Woohoo! Okay, that's great. But guess what? It's really not. You have to increase your water, because in 1 week, you are not losing 5.6 pounds unless you're running marathons. This is what I'm talking about. You get on a treadmill, look, and you calculate your weight, all of this, all the things that it's asking you to do. That's where it's the most accurate, but it's still not that accurate. So understand, you're going to be on a treadmill for an hour. It might say at the end of that hour, depending on how aggressive you get, incline, speed, what type of exercise that you might be doing, hills, or if you're just doing some flats, but you're running, or you're doing sprints, whatever you're doing, it will calculate as best as it can. When it does that, and you get off after an hour, you're going to see that you might have only burned 250 calories, or whatever it is, right? Depends on your exercise and how aggressive you get. Think about how many calories burned, or the less going into your mouth of food, 3,500 calories less every week to burn 1 calorie, or to burn 1 pound of fat. That is average information that you could find online. And again, I am not a doctor, but these are my experiences, and this has worked for me. I was very close to 400 pounds only 9 months ago. Right now, I'm 328. I started before I administered Wegovy for the first time about a month ago, using fasting, 24-hour fast, lots of water to keep my hunger pains in check. I do more of I'm not very strict when it comes to keto or carnivore type diet. I'm using a little bit of both. And I'm not very strict when it comes to sugars and things that become sugar in your body, such as breads, pastas, potato, and sugar. I do, for the most part, use sweeteners such as allulose, um, different things for different sugars or sweeteners, sorry, that you would find for the average keto or carnivore type diets. But it can't be carnivore because they want you cut anything that comes out of the ground out of your diet. It can't be totally keto because once in a while, especially on a weekend, I might not follow to the T when it comes to a bread. I don't eat a ton of bread. If I have bread, I make my own bread, and it's usually a keto bread with very, very low sugar or sweetener in it, carb, such as. But remember, every time that you use something, a recipe that has maybe overall maybe 5 grams, which is not gonna 5 grams of carbs, and half of that comes from fiber. You can usually cut that fiber before your net carb is calculated. So, like, again, I am not perfect when it comes to my diet, but I am very close to keto than I am carnivore. So, getting to this, do you think this individual who's on 0.25 week 1 is actually truly down 5.6 pounds of fat? No, impossible. Like I said, unless their routine and their job is to work out, then maybe that might happen. So this is why I want to caution you on this. If you are losing that much water, your body needs water to survive, meaning your kidney function could be taxed. If you are dehydrated because of this, because this is what happens, you use Wegovy, Ozempic, one of the two, what's going to happen is your body is going to be flushed of sugar. Sugar retains water in your body. Again, I'm not a doctor, but it's things that I have researched. You can research it yourself to see if I am accurate. Okay, that's one. So hydration, big deal, big deal. Don't say, well, I get my fluids from diet soda. No, again, diet soda is not good for you at all. It is very bad for you. Very, very bad for your body. And I'm not just saying, oh, it's very bad. No, it's not like an unhealthy eating diet. It is damaging your body. The things that are in soda, very bad. You can look it up, do your own research. Maybe one day I'll actually do a discussion of that, or maybe even have a live show. And if anybody would like to come on as my guest and you want to discuss your experiences, I am all out for that as well. Let me know. The only thing you'd need is to be able to have an email address so I can send you the link. Next, hey everybody. I am on week 3 of Wegovy 1.0. My doctor started me here because I have been on it in the past and didn't have too many side effects. Okay, she doesn't state how long ago this was. And this is a female, yes. What? Why would a doctor, and this is only my opinion, but maybe I could be wrong, but some people have some side effects from day one, from the 0.25, a whole month of that. And then it starts tapering off. It could be anything from constipation, nausea, throwing up, things like that. A doctor that knows that you haven't been on it in a while is going to start you at the 1.0. I would think that you're going to have some hard issues that you do not want. So that's why I say try to get with a specialist that has used and prescribed. If they've used it themselves, that's a huge plus. But if they prescribe this on a regular basis, especially how popular Wegovy and Ozempic are, that they would know with the side effects how kind of crazy this is. Again, my opinion. If you have a tough time with your appetite, one tip I can give you is, and what works for me, drink more water. And within a few minutes, that goes away and your mind stops thinking about food. At least that's how it worked for me. I couldn't believe it. Someone told me that, and I started doing it, and it worked. Everybody's water intake is different. Depends on how much you exercise, how much you sweat, how much aggression you put out in your job, at the workout, all types of different things. Because even if you're not sweating it, it's coming out of your breath when you're breathing, urination, going to the bathroom number 2, etc. Some people say that this is causing constipation. Now, if you listen to Dr. Barry, who I bring up a lot, very intelligent doctor on many different topics. I don't know if he knows anything about Ozempic or Wegovy, but he talks about constipation. One thing to do, and you're going to think I'm nuts, is increase your fat intake. But you cannot be chowing down things with sugar and all that stuff in it, or anything that turns the sugar. You can't do that. One, just get rid of sugar and potatoes and pastas and anything that turns into sugar in your body. You're going to have a much better digestive system. But one thing that this actually does, Wegovy and Ozempic, is it slows your your digestive system down very, very extremely, is my opinion, is because very first injection of Wegovy, that's what I'm on. The very next day, I noticed it. So I increased that, and also I increased fat in my diet. And over the next few episodes, I'm going to explain to you what I've increased to get my fat, because you want animal fats, you want fats from oils, good oils. Every time I have a steak, it's going to be a fatty type steak. If I have hamburger, it's going to be a fatty hamburger. I do a lot of hamburger with just very simple seasonings like cumin, chili powder, onion, minced onion, garlic, things like that. Very simple, little salt and pepper. And salt with true iodine in it, not the stuff that's iodized, that is horrible salt, but your body also needs salt. I will not believe anybody ever again other than doctors that have data and experience with anything. And Dr. Barry, when he talks about salt and what types of salt to use, we'll talk about salts in the near future, because the average salt that you buy at the store is horrible for you. Not only does it have iodized, not iodine, in it, it also has anti-caking ingredients that are bad for you. You need salt to survive. Your organs need salt to survive, even your heart. So when these cardiologists are telling everybody to cut back on salt They should tell you cut back on fake salt, not real salt. Okay, moving on. Okay. One thing that I can tell you not to do, but it's kind of a something that you and many others probably have to know what you weigh every day. I don't recommend doing that. One, just the placement of the scale will change every day. You can move it in a different spot of the floor. Seems like it's flat, maybe how you stepped on it initially. Scales are not that accurate. Try it, check it out. Try one position, move it over another position, see how much difference you are. You might be a pound or two off of what you just showed. So do 3 different spots on the floor and average it out. That at least gives you more accuracy. Now, this individual says another non-scale victory, but I fit into a certain type of clothes. Maybe it was a nice dress. Such a great thing to be able to fit into something that you haven't been able to fit in a while. That's better than what the scale is anyways. But remember, the weight loss isn't always because of fat loss. Drink your water. You need to have a lot of water. Don't overdo it either. That could put you in the hospital. So you need to find out what works for you. You do not want to tax your kidneys. This is what happened to me, and it was a shock. We finally figured it out that it was because the sugar being pushed out of your body by this medication, it caused you or me to be dehydrated. And it showed my kidney function was not doing very well. Got that in check after probably about 3 months of being a little bit nervous. So don't do that to your body, whatever you do. And you're getting into something, one that's very expensive, whether you're paying for it or an insurance company. Remember, what we do, if we start something and you don't go at it, your insurance company might only pay for it for like 6 months. So go at it with every part of your body that wants and is going to do everything you can to get where you need to be, because you don't want to go back. So get to a point where you're healthy enough to be able to work out, know how to eat right after. That is a very important fact. Get into a life-changing diet. And I know people don't like the word diet, but you need to get into something that the older you get, the more fat you're going to store, because that's how our bodies work. Whether you're a female or a male. Like for a man, lower testosterone for a man. You're going to get older, it's going to go. So guess what? You eat right, you eat mostly meat, and your testosterone is going to stay strong. It's going to stay up there. Or at least it's going to be a much better outlook than eating sugars and things that are not good for you. Things that your body were never meant to have. My opinion, maybe. But these are the things I've heard, that sugar was something that your body should never have had. Also, with certain flours, your body was never supposed to have, because it does not do well. And if you know what I'm talking about, around your belly gets up bigger and bigger and bigger. Same thing with your thighs and your hips and your etc. That's because of the things we eat. You cut those out, you will not believe the difference. One, retaining muscle. You're not working out, but still, you're able to retain muscle more than someone who eats sugar, pastas, breads, flour, everything like that, that is not meant for us. So here's another one that's actually talking about feeling good so far. My first dose on WEGOVY. Just very thirsty. That's exactly what happens. This causes sugar to be pushed from your body and your body to start dumping fluids. So get your drinking going and not liquor. Liquor's another diuretic. You're going to get into this and you're going to find out that if you're a drinker, you're going to be, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I drink on this? Can I have beer? Can I? If I tell you no, you're not going to listen to me. But think about this. The more liquor you drink, the more you push real fluids that need to be in your body out. So is it something that you want to damage your body by being dehydrated? Do you want to lose weight just because of water weight? I mean, you could probably just get a water pill for that. And I'm not recommending that, so don't even take that. It's just hard for me to understand logic in certain people in their minds. Drink your water. Please drink your water. Don't tax your organs. People have had issues, kidneys, liver. Some have been talking a lot about their pancreatitis, the things that they've had issues with, their gallbladders. I was on this for about 4 or 5 months, and I had to have my gallbladder out. There's some side effects that this actually could cause. And having to have a gallbladder out, I think may be one of them. It looks like it's a routine thing that I'm seeing on a regular basis. So again, drink your water. Okay. There are too many. This is what I want to point out. There are too many people on all these different posts, different websites. And they say, I just took my first shot. I still have my appetite. When will it subside? You're on a medication that your one initial is 0.25. Your very initial is 0.25 for a whole month, once a week. And you're looking for this to be a miracle medication. It's not. You have to help it. You have to help yourself. Some people may have their appetite suppressed day one. Others might take 2 or 3 dosages increase before they see anything. Same thing with weight loss. Now, it depends on everybody's body. So is it a placebo effect? Sure, I do believe that. I do believe that many people have a placebo effect. Day one, oh, I have no appetite. It is possible. Or it is possible that the medication does it for them. Like I say, everybody's different. But if you're already asking a question, why isn't it working, more or less? Why isn't it causing my weight loss? Why isn't it causing my appetite to subside? You're looking for something that's a miracle, and it's not, and you will probably not put the work in. You will not drink the water, and you may damage yourself. So definitely drink the water. Follow some type of diet. I know everybody hates that. I keep bringing it up, but guess what? That's what we live in. It's the foods that have been pushed into our minds to think that we're okay eating them. It's very hard to get rid of them. But if you're planning to be healthy again, dump the diet, crazy, different things like, well, if I can eat this, but if I eat less of it, it's going to take you a lot longer. If you just get rid of the bad, you will lose weight, and you'll probably lose it fast. Breads, pastas, potatoes, it's just eat what you were meant to eat. Meat, 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 and fat. Meat and fat. Fish, like tuna. Fish, like salmon. Salmon has some fat in it, and that fat is very good for you. Look at hamburger. Oh, some say no, no hamburger. Got too much fat in it. Well, you need animal fat to lose your animal fat. People say don't eat butter. Well, I eat a lot of butter. I use butter for cooking. I use olive oil, avocado oil. It's all good fats. That's what you need. Unfortunately, you don't want to hear it, but that's what you need. Get rid of the bad. Thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate everybody. Try to have a great rest of your weekend. I apologize for that. If you have any questions, my email address is in the description, and you can find me pretty easily, hopefully once or twice a week now, having a different show. And I'm going to bring up some questions that you might not like and my own opinions. Have a great day. God bless America. God bless the world.